Fort Peck, Montana, Devil's Lake, North Dakota, Mille Lacs Lake, Minnesota, Lake Oneida, New York, Lake Erie, and other portions of the various Great Lakes. Walleyes, it seems, often thrive in big waters. While each big water offers its own unique challenges, so too are there what might be called tendencies in common. Let's explore location and presentation tactics for Lake Winnipeg, Manitoba, one of the biggest of the big waters in North America.
Well, here comes one, Tom. There we go.
Got him?
Oh.
Here, let me get your hand there, Gordon.
There we go.
Oh, beauty. Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, man. Oh,
What a nice
wow.
start to the day, Tom.
Beautiful fish, Gordon.
Yeah. Wow, she took it so well, too. Came rocketing up.
You know, and it's a weird thing about being in these expansive bodies of water here. You look behind you and all of this is open, but you can take this system and you can apply it to any lake that has this type of structure.
Yeah, absolutely. And folks, Gord Pizer here with a good friend of mine, Tom Van Leeuwen, and we're fishing on Lake Winnipeg. Not a great secret right now, but it's a huge body of water, and oftentimes you see us fishing on Lake of the Woods and some of the smaller bodies of water. Today we're going to talk about these giant walleye lakes. And Tom, one of the biggest mistakes people make and hear is you hear a walleye's a walleye no matter where it swims. That is not the case. They behave so much differently in these gigantic bodies of water than they do in some of those 300, 400, 500 acre lakes.
It's typical of all these types of body of water is where a walleye will wind up is sitting in these basins, whether it's Lake Winnipeg, whether it's Traverse Bay and Lake of the Woods, whether it's Erie or whether it's Quinte. You find these fish are roaming and it's a matter of just contacting them.
And you know the other key, Tom, on lakes like this, on these gigantic water bodies, and we'll talk more about this hopefully as we catch some more fish, but what the fish do is they locate themselves. They tend to pull into areas in the late fall. They get the spawning run, for all intents and purposes, out of the way in the fall. So it's unlike some of these smaller lakes where you can go to almost any structure and catch them. On these giant waters, you got to set up where they're going to spawn in the spring, and that's where they stage all winter long.
A lot of times it's trying to figure out what the reaction is going to be to make them to strike. Sometimes it's subtle, sometimes it's a lot of action imparted into the lure, sometimes it's a little bit of scent. It's always a combination, trying to find that magic to make them go.
There he is. Got him, Tom?
Yeah.
Good one?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay, let me grab. There you go. Oh, beauty.
You know what? That's a nice thing about these fish, Gord, is you can wind up spending a lot of time in these open water areas.
Yeah, exactly.
And you'll contact something like this here, and it's a good fish on a day like today.
Oh, Dave.
Good fish, Gord?
Oh, well, nice one. Oh. Oh, down the hole.
Nice release.
No, there he is. Come on.
Oh, Gord, good grab. Geez, I thought you were gonna lip him like a bass.
No way. That's if you're going to keep a couple of fish deep, Tom, that would be the perfect size to do it.
That's a good eater.
It is. There we go. You know, the interesting thing is Doug was up. In fact, you had dinner with us one night about a week and a half ago. We were fishing Lake of the Woods. And on Lake of the Woods, Canadian Shield, like, you know, we were on the humps, we were on the bars, and you can sit on one of those spots and they congregate the walleye and they congregate bait fish. But here on these big, flat, gigantic waters, you got to be on the move all the time because, as we said, a walleye is not a walleye. They adapt to the conditions, and here they're on the move just like the bait fish is on the move.